Alright, so everything you're about to watch was actually filmed about a week ago, and that's when I was recording my spec ad. Spoiler alert, it's done, it's complete, and I'm actually posting it this coming week when I'm recording this video. Anyways, this is going to be a little behind the scenes on how I built my spec project for Maison Margiela. It's a cologne company that I actually use a lot personally myself, but this specific cologne, I couldn't really use it for about a month and a half because I was planning this spec project and I flew somewhere else, so I couldn't film it then. And then I came back, planned it, and now I can film it. If you enjoyed this behind the scenes look and kind of like a week into my life of filming this spec project, leave a like down below, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you want to see actually the pre-production side of making this spec project. I know I don't really go into the actual mood boards and the planning portion. This is more of how did I shoot it? How did I get the specific shots that I'm looking for and what did they actually look like? Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. I'm posting weekly and I'll take you to the past now when I start filming. See you then. Working on the spec ad for Maison Margiela, and I have some stuff here that I'm going to use to actually test with first. So for the fire section that I showed on pre-production, we have steel wool, and then also some sparklers that I'm thinking of using potentially for a shot depending how it's going to look. So we're just going to do it in my backyard on the concrete and see how it turns out, because I don't know if it's going to work because steel wool burns, but I don't know if it's going to burn how I want it. And I'll probably test maybe my other lens as well, but let's see how it goes, and I'll show you it all. Let's go. So my barbecue lighter doesn't seem to want to work properly, even though there's a little bit of gas left, but the lighter seemed to work, but I'm noticing that it's not lighting as much as I thought. So I'm going to use a new roll, and I'm actually going to change my lens to the 24-70 so I can zoom in a little bit more and actually get the really tight detail shot that I'm looking for. But this is kind of what it looks like right now. It's kind of done for. I'll probably try still with this because there's still some light gray there that seems like it's still flammable, but I'm gonna try see what it looks like. I'm starting to lose light, so want to get this sooner than later, but yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, so I think I got it to work, which I'm actually really happy about. It looks pretty cool when I'm zoomed in really nice and close, and you see the embers and you see the fire kind of starting, which is really good. I think I'm going to try the little firework light stick, the sparklers, I keep forgetting the name, just to see if I can get more stuff on the macro level. I might even use a diopter to get even closer. But yeah, pretty happy with how that turned out, and we'll do a little bit more testing. And yeah, see how that goes. I'm excited for the actual shoot itself. See you then. Alright, so it's Friday, July 31st, and I did some testing a few days ago that you saw for the steel wool for the spec ad, and it turned out pretty good. I'll show you on screen as well what it kind of looked like. I have a few more ideas of how I want to shoot it for the actual shoot itself, where I'm going to have kind of like a little spiral effect, hopefully. We'll try. Today, I'm going to be shooting some simpler scenes, I would say earlier, for the actual spec ad itself. I have some shots of like outdoor trees, and then also the clothesline that is going to have some Polaroid pictures on it, and then kind of one of the bigger shots that I'm going to need is actually the steel wool with the cologne bottle. So today is some of those miscellaneous shots and also some important shots that I'm going to be doing. and then bigger shoot that includes my girlfriend, and then my friend might come as well just for some extra pair of hands. That's going to be in a few days, but today I'll shoot the trees outside, which will be super simple, super quick. Clothesline I'll do later in the day, just because I want the sun behind it, so I can get kind of like that dreamy effect. And then pretty much right after that, closer to nighttime, I'm going to be shooting the steel wool, so it's nice and dark, but I want to make sure the product's actually lit as well, so we'll see how that kind of goes. But that's pretty much the itinerary for today, and I'll take you with me. So I just got this CineTemp app. I don't know if you can really see it, and testing it first time, see what it is, and seems pretty consistent. It's telling me 5350 for the color temp. We're gonna try it. It gives you all the settings and stuff too at the bottom. I don't know if you can tell, but we're gonna test it, take some shots of the tree outside the front of the house, just because that's all we really need for the camera. Again, FX30 ND filter. We're using the new Sigma 17-40, which I love, and we'll get some shots. So the sun's in the right spot for a shot that I want to get, and this is for the pictures blowing on the clothesline that I set up earlier today. So the sun's up there pretty high, and I wanted it to be kind of like dream-esque, you can say. So that's what I'm doing. I'll show kind of some BTS of that, setting that up, and then actually getting the shots. I might come back later as well in the day to maybe wait till the sun goes down a little bit more, but it might be too low because houses are going to be blocking it, but we'll see. And let me set this up. Okay, I'm back in my backyard, and we are doing the fire scene with the actual product itself. So here's the product. Flip it around for you. Right here, I don't know if I ever showed this yet, but the cologne that I'm actually shooting, Maison Margiela. This is something I use all the time, but haven't used it in over a month and a half because I've been waiting to do the Spec ad. Anyways, this is basically the setup here. Nothing crazy. FX30. I actually have an ND filter just so I can make it darker in the actual scene because it's still not too dark out. And then I have an extra MC mini light just in case. I do have my steel wool, a whole bunch, about a second pack just to make sure. And then I do have a sparkler for another shot I'm hoping to get later. But that's pretty much the setup. That's what we're working with, and let's see how we can make this work. Wish me luck. I had an idea where I wanted to showcase kind of a tunnel of some kind while with the fire and embers. So I'm trying to make a little tunnel with the steel wool and see how I can make that work. So let's hope it kind of works. I have no idea if it will. I didn't test this part actually, so let's see. But I kind of want a little bit of a tunnel and cover the back so you can't really see it much. Alright, so now we're doing the scene where it's going to be like the final beauty shots for the product itself. So that's how I have it set up here. You can tell it's in my kitchen. It's definitely overexposed, but that's where I'm going to get my ND filter and kind of make the adjustments. Super simple. It's just on a white background, as you can tell. Nothing crazy at all. I have my LED light at the top, the strip. That's all that I'm thinking of lighting it with, honestly. We'll see what it looks like in the camera. And then I do have this scuff that I probably have to remove in post, which I haven't done, but we're gonna try. So this is pretty much the setup. Super simple. Don't mind the mess on the side with the kitchen, but super simple. I'm just using some poster board to block off any of the actual gloomy sunlight that's coming in, and then I just have the whiteboards here to basically make it look like a light box and have it as bright as possible for the shot, and then to get all the details that I want to get of the actual bottle itself, because it's going to be pretty simple, but yeah, it'll be fun. Let's see how it goes. So there's a shot that I need to get with the bottle where I'm looking down at a 3/4 angle and I'm trying to set it up for a match cut for the ending, which I have to get now. And pretty much what it looks like is something like this. So I know I can use some kind of software, maybe not on this camera actually, but where I show the last frame and I kind of try to match it up as best I can. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's pretty much what it looks like. And while I was getting this shot, which looks pretty nice, I'd say, I need to pretty much put in the exact same spot and make sure it matches as close as possible, because I'm going to be doing a match cut later on. So I'll show you that. And what I'm also using, you might be wondering, oh, well, how are you getting all these shots, and are you just thinking of them on the spot? Well, no, I actually have a whole storyboard here that I made for pre-production, and I'm going through that storyboard, and then more importantly, I have a shot list that I'm going through. So each and every section I've gotten the shots. So I got the clothesline stuff, I got the fire, steel bowl, and the stove. What's left is a clone bottle here in the kitchen that I'm doing right now, and then tomorrow is going to be the bed sheet, which should be pretty simple. So that's what I'm going through. That's what I am filming, and I'm gonna see if I can get that match cut. So let's do it. So this is roughly what it kind of looks like. You can see it's pretty close to what I'm looking for, right? So you see the framing at the top and the bottom of the bottle. I feel like I could be a little bit more raised, but I think that's pretty close to what I need it to be. Yeah, so we'll get that shot. Okay, go ahead.